the Twin Cities, Minneapolis. It's that time of the year, and the starting group for the Spurs. Sochan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama. Playing before. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Barnes. And it's Champagnie in at the shooting guard position. And for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. Here on opening day. And what a great day it is. Frank, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Here's Sochan. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randle outside. Randle with a screen for Conley. Pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
He's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And Paul gets it to go in.
Nothing too flashy. Paul gets tricky enough to throw the defense off.
Here's Conley. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Edwards looking it over. And another shot. There's the triple. Barnes grabs the miss.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
Aggressive drive by Edwards, going into attack mode on that one.
Now Paul. Pass to Barnes. Stolen by McDaniels. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Edwards with another miss. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Paul passes to Sochan. Kicks it out to Paul. Here's Champagnie. Edwards defending. 6 to shoot. Fades and shoots. And the shot falls short this time.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing team. The Spurs second.
It was true team basketball we saw out of them. Always willing to work together. No one making himself bigger than the team.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. Castle's checked in for the Spurs. Left side, Edwards. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Castle misses. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. Gobert, and that's good.
Rudy is so used to fighting inside. This guy will do whatever it takes.
The shape. In deep. Paul drops it in.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Spurs trail by 4. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. You got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. And the Spurs with possession. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Wembanyama. A screen on DiVincenzo. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the basket by Edwards.
Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be. Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Paul passes to Sohan. Stolen by Conley. 3-on-3. Gobert with the bounce pass. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Edwards. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Mike Conley.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And San Antonio has possession, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Randall against Barnes. Vassell kicks to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Inside, Collins. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Timberwolves on top, up 6. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
So with Paul on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Trey Jones out there with Castle. And it's Collins in at the 5 spot. Here's McDaniels following the three-pointer by San Antonio. To the paint. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Spurs trail by 5. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Now, here's McDaniels. Last game he had 10 points. Reed finds McDaniels. Poked loose. DiVincenzo with it. Drills it from outside. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Vassell outside. Here's Castle. And the layup's good off the glass. Castle's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Collins kicks to Jones. Collins setting the pick for Jones. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Minnesota making a switch here. Dillingham's checked in. And then Johnson with the dunk.
We're getting a chance to see Johnson's athleticism. This man can really get up and throw it down.
Here's Dillingham. Defended by Jones. With the crossover.
Have mercy.
Wow.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's DiVincenzo. And the basket by Ingles. And now a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's stolen by Ingles. And they're on the break. Here's Dillingham. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks.
And, Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Joe Ingles. Edwards, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Randle following the bucket by the Spurs. With some arc. Pass to Edwards. Conley for 3. Barnes grabs the miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Sohan. Wembanyama outside. Sohan with the screen. Shoots from the high post. Randle grabs the board.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
And it became very clear very early, RJ, that Wembanyama is legit and a very special player. Generational.
You never know until those first few games, but it was immediate how different Wemby is going to be. He has already met those lofty expectations that we all had for him.
Paul finds Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
And this is what Paul is known for. He is a shrewd distributor with a pass-first mentality.
Dillingham, no good. Spurs trail by 5. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Al Paul. Following the miss by Julius Randle from deep. Pass to Champagnie. Here's Wembanyama. Mike Conley grabs the miss.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
The Spurs have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Wembanyama outside. Pass to Sohan. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam?
Wembanyama high post. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
And now, not a bad time to take a look. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you got to stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Conley and Edwards are the guards. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Gobert finds Conley. No good from outside.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at them now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Outside for Wembanyama. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists in the game. And here's Edwards. He's got 12. To the wing right side. McDaniels finds Conley. Off target from outside. And it's Paul with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Sohan with the screen. Pass to Wembanyama. Over Gobert for the lead. Wembanyama, no good.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous.
Edwards with the dunk of the night.
Oh, all right. What a huge flush by Edwards. Showing off right now. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Rudy Gobert.
He's coming off an excellent season, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Champagnie. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Edwards against Barnes. Launches it. A shot by McDaniels. No good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half. Now
here's Paul. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Wembanyama. Gobert with the defensive effort.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, and 5 made threes, a 5-by-5 for the ages.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before.
The muscle from Edwards.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Floats it up. Oh, watch out for Wembanyama.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Conley with a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own chip. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And defensively, Conley relies on his instincts and quick hands. Great play to get them in transition.
Here's Wembanyama. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got assist number 8 now on the night. 1:33 left in the third quarter of the game. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And a miss there on the triple. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Conley inside the line. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Ball goes in. Pass to Champagnie. Knocks down the 3 ball. Champagnie's got the lead up to 3 now for the Spurs.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Outside Conley. 3-pointer. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. On the wing, Barnes. He's defended by Randall. Wembanyama passes to Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Paul dishes to Barnes. From outside, off the mark. Outside Conley. Pass to Gobert. Now Randall. Banked in off the glass.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that
trip. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. So with Paul on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. They've got Castle. Johnson is out there with Devin Vassell. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Jones in at the point guard. Vassell finds Jones. Collins a screen on Ingles. Back to Jones. Here's Vassell. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. Alexander Walker with the ball. Jones covering. Pass to Reed. Here's Minot. Reed with a screen on Johnson. Back to Reed. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
Miller's checked in for the Timberwolves. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And that one misses.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And good luck keeping Gobert off the board. He has a tremendous nose for the ball.
Spins. Here's Sohan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Julius Randle picks one up. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Edwards loves it in there.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Barnes against McDaniel. Barnes can't get it to go. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Ball looking over the floor. Wembanyama outside. Pass to Champagnie. Just 2 to shoot. It's stolen by Edwards. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
Ball outside. Sohan with the screen. Ball passes to Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his balance.
Edwards kicks to McDaniel. It's stolen by Wembanyama. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Barnes right side. San Antonio again turning it over.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Conley finds McDaniel. And finished off by McDaniel.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
Paul passes to Wembanyama. Love the confidence from Wembanyama.
That is where you want to see Wemby, making big plays in big moments.
It's Edwards on the wing. Sohan. No good. That would have tied it. Minnesota in the lead. That's good from Edwards on the assist from Randall. Edwards got 12 points here in the second half.
Such a gutsy player. Edwards wants to be the guy taking big shots.
Here's Champagnie. Edwards defending. Wembanyama passes to Sohan. Clock at 6. Spurs working the ball around now. And here's Barnes for 3. Julius Randle with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's McDaniels. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Wow, what a shot. Gobert showing he has what it takes in the clutch.
Here's McDaniels.
Oh, my! Nice finish. Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Silence.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Conley kicks to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Gobert. Outside for Randall. 6 to shoot. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. "20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. They get it back. Here's Barnes, and he uses the glass on the layup. Here is Edwards, and they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
It's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Paul for 3. Nails the triple. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. 3 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
Here's Wembanyama. Yes!
Oh, a big man with a big finish.
And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
Wamba